You wake up and the first thing you see is a number floating above your head. Bright red, hanging in the air, ticking. It says 21,915 days. Then it drops, 21,914. You run to the mirror and the number follows you. You run to the window and your stomach drops. Everyone out there has one. The old man feeding pigeons, 412 days. The kid on the bike, 26,800. The woman checking her phone, 9,000. Nobody else can see them, only you. You know exactly how much time everyone on this street has left. And that includes the number above your own head. The first hour, you just stare at your own number. 21,914 days. 60 years, give or take. It felt like a lot until you watched it tick. 1 second, one number, gone. So you do the math you've avoided your whole life. The call you keep meaning to make. The plan that always starts with someday. Someday now has a number, and the number is shrinking. So you start moving differently. The things that felt urgent yesterday go quiet. The unread inbox.
The argument online. The opinion of a person you'll never meet again. None of it survives contact with the number. Here is what your number would actually show you. If you live to 80, you get about 4,000 weeks. That is your whole life, start to finish. In 2021, writer Oliver Burkeman built an entire book around the number you're working with. In 2014, blogger Tim Urban drew it as a grid. One small box for every week you get. Your whole life fits on a single page. If you're 30, you've already colored in over 1,500 of your boxes. You can watch your page filling from the top down. Now subtract the parts of it you never really choose. You'll spend around 26 years of your life asleep. You'll give about 8 years to your phone at 3 hours a day. You'll lose years in traffic, in lines, in waiting rooms. What's actually yours to spend is smaller than your number first suggested. And the time you do have doesn't even pass evenly for you. You felt this.
Your childhood summers lasted forever. Now a whole year vanishes before you finish it. That feeling you get has a name and a date. In 1897, French philosopher Paul Janet explained why you feel it. Each new year is a smaller slice of all the years you've already lived. When you were 5, 1 year was a fifth of your whole life. By 50, that same year is only a 50th of it. So to you, it feels like it is racing past. William James described the same thing about you back in 1890. The older you get, the faster your counter seems to spin. So your number isn't only dropping. For you, it is dropping quicker every single year. So why don't you live like this? Why do you treat a limited thing like it has no end? In 1973, anthropologist Ernest Becker won a Pulitzer for the answer. He argued that you bury the awareness of your own death on purpose. You have to, just to get through an ordinary Tuesday. If you felt your count every second, you'd never function.
So your mind hides it from you and quietly pauses your counter. Psychologists turned this into terror management theory. You fill the silence with noise so you never hear your clock. You scroll, you refill, you re-watch, and your day disappears. The denial works so well that you forget your number is even there, until something cracks it open for you. A diagnosis, a funeral, a near miss on the highway. For a few days after, you see your number clearly. You already know what you'd see when your count gets small. For years, a palliative nurse named Bronnie Ware sat with the dying. She wrote down what they told her in their final weeks. In 2011, she published the 5 regrets she heard the most, and you will recognize every one. Number 1 said again and again, "I wish I'd lived true to myself, not the life others expected of me." Number 2, almost always from the men. "I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I'd had the courage to show how I felt. I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I'd let myself be happier." Not one of them regretted a risk they took. They regretted the years they spent waiting for permission, the same way you're waiting now. Every one of them carried the number the whole time, just like you. None of this is new to you. It just stays buried. Around the year 49, the Roman writer Seneca said it to your face across 2,000 years. It is not that you have a short time to live, but that you waste so much of it. He watched rich men hoard money and throw away their days, the way you throw away yours. They guarded their property while strangers quietly stole their time. The Stoics kept one phrase close, and they meant it for you. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. They wore it on their rings and carved it into their desks. They didn't do it to feel grim. They made the number visible on purpose, so the day in front of them would count. 2,000 years later, you hide that same number behind your screen. Here is the part that should stop you. The floating number isn't science fiction. You already have one. You've had it since the day you were born. Right now, above your head, a real count is dropping. You just can't see the digits. Your heart has a budget, around 2.5 billion beats for most people. Some of yours got spent while you watched this. The only thing seeing the number would change is your attention. It wouldn't add a day to your life. It would change what you do with the days you have. Because you don't act on what's true, you act on what you can feel. And a number you can't see feels exactly like infinity. So you spend your Tuesdays like there are unlimited Tuesdays. You save your real life for a version of you with more time. That version is just you, later, holding a smaller number. You keep waiting. Your number doesn't wait with you. Think of the last full week you can actually remember. Not a blur of routine, a week that left a mark on you. For a lot of people, you have to go back months. That is the warning your number would give you for free. Your empty weeks don't feel like anything while they pass. They just quietly leave your page. You don't need a glowing red counter to fix this. You need to act like the one you already have is real. Call the person before they turn into your regret. Start the thing before your someday runs out of room. Say the sentence you keep rehearsing in your head. Let one ordinary week leave a mark on purpose. The Stoics didn't fear the number. They used it. Memento mori was never about dying. It was about your today. So picture it one more time. Your number, floating, ticking. Yours, not a stranger's, right above your head. You can see every single second it drops. What is the first thing you'd stop wasting your life on? Who would you call before your count got any smaller? What have you been saving for a later that has a limit? You can't see your number, that part is true. But it's dropping right now while you watch this. So do the thing today. Send the message today. Live this week like it's one of your only 4,000. Because it is.